Oh, hello everybody. Just posted one video and then turned around, went to relax. Was on YouTube and seen a bunch of videos of the people crashing out, quitting their jobs and stuff. Uh, so I've noticed from my own perspective and from seeing people quit throughout the years, I figured I'd go over some of this stuff, give my opinion on it. I know some people you quit, there's no future in the job. It's got low pay. Things come up. That's understandable. I'm not talking about anybody like that. But then you get these other people and they just crash the hell out and they just walk off from the job or whatever the case may be. Some of them be like they walk in the door, literally turn around and walk right back out. It's crazy. Um, First thing though is first. I see a lot of it has to do with Amazon. Um, and it is a lot of the younger people. Be real clear about this. What did you expect? You know what I'm saying? And especially for the delivery drivers, I give them a hand because they be doing hundreds and hundreds of packages within their shift. I believe that one person on the video said they work like a 10-hour, 4 day a week shift, and they're expected to get all those packages done. They only get a 30-minute break, for lunch or whatever, and which is about like everywhere else. But to me, when you applied for that job, what did you expect it was going to be like? Everybody uses Amazon. You know them suckers are running around like crazy trying to get these packages delivered, especially when you've got the 2 day delivery. I mean, Amazon's huge. I mean, that dude didn't become no rich man for nothing. So for these people that applies for that job, and it's literally most of them's like a day or two. They're like, I can't do this. The heck with this. Like, what was you even expecting? Did you expect to be in an air conditioned van doing 10 packages a day or something? First off, I don't think they had air conditioning in them vans because of gas. Once again, this is a company. They're all about profit. They're not about your comfort. um, so yeah, I mean, that's their model. They got to get those packages out. So you get your route. If you got 500 packages, you got to get out. You got to get them out. You took the job. It doesn't matter how much you're making. I think some of them was like, oh, I make 18. Some of them was like a little over 20. And it's like, okay, what was you thinking when you applied for that job? I mean, really, what was you thinking? Because for me, yeah, I'd be thinking about, okay, yeah, it seems like that'd be an easy job. But what about it when they start ordering stuff like dang guitar amps, refrigerators, ACs? I mean, did you think about the heavier stuff that they'd be ordering? Um, did you think about how many places or people order from Amazon that you got to deliver to? Um, that would just stress me out. So I don't feel sorry for those people. Amazon is strictly about making money. You hear about them all the time. Hey, they're talking about putting in robots and stuff to do the sorting and putting it on shelves, because they need to go, 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 go. That's how they make their money. If Amazon can't get them packages to you in like 2 days or whatever, you go somewhere else, United States Post Office, UPS, which UPS ain't that good either, people. Um, but yeah, uh, you could take any kind of company though. To me, when you apply for a job, or at least back in my day when you applied, it was usually, you had experience or you had a pretty good idea what you was getting yourself into. Um, so, I worked at a tire company and it was doing truck tires, the big knobby ones, and big ass damn tires. At my age, I couldn't handle it. Yeah, I had to come to the realization. I mean, the quota on that thing was it was way too high. I was killing myself. I walked away, but I knew it was going to be hard when I started it. In the back of my mind, I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. I think I got a few more years left in me. I made it about 6 months before I said, "Oh hell no, I can't do this no more. I'm hurting too much." But for a younger person, I mean, hey, there you go. Especially if you're one of those, guys or girls that's into physical fitness. Hey, that's a perfect job for you because you're getting your workout in there. Then you got these other jobs that I can't understand. They're like boring jobs. Security officers, uh, piecework job. Where basically all you're doing, your machine's got a jig on it. You're just putting pieces in it, hit a button, and then that's it. Boring jobs, and people will quit because they will actually say it was too boring. Time went by too slow. Are you kidding me? Like what? What? I don't even understand what you was thinking on that. You had a dream job, and most factory workers, that's something that I wish I could be bored sometimes. But it is usually a bunch of these younger people. I don't think they understand. They didn't know what to expect. Reality slapped them upside the head pretty hard. Um, the more money you make, the more work you're basically going to be doing, unless you're in a like white collar, as they call it. But if you're blue collar, look here, the higher the pay, the more work you're going to be expected to do. It's like I even seen a couple of young guys on a video. They were doing construction work. It's winter time or the end of winter or something like that. Looked like a pretty chill job. They're putting plywood up on the roof, this and that. And then it shows a few months down the road, it's summertime, the temperature is way up there, and they're dying, and they're like, the hell with this, I ain't coming back. What did you expect? They're gonna stop building houses because it's summer? Oh, it does make me laugh, and it shouldn't. But the younger generation, boy, I just don't get it. I also seen a film now, and I'm not body shaming nobody. I'm just saying, do you think before you apply? I've seen a couple women and a couple of guys that are a little bit oversized, and they're applying for a job that very, very physically demanding, on the go, on the go. And they're talking about they were dying before even half a day's over with. What did you think you was gonna be doing? You know, uh, you didn't take your size into consideration. I know that sounds mean, but I'm being honest. If you like to do the kind of job I'm doing, they got these little fit things on the wrist. You gotta walk 10,000 steps, whatever the case may be. Dude, I do like 30, 40,000 steps in a night, going up and down that daggone machine. I don't need no treadmill. But you put somebody that's a little overweight, I'm pretty sure that'd be kind of hard for them. But people they don't think about stuff like that. That just blows my mind. Or the physical aspects of it. You know, um, I see a few because they got dirty. Let me tell you now, I'm not lying, because they actually got dirty. Now, why are you taking a landscape job? And I'm not lying, y'all. It was a landscape job, and they were upset because they were getting dirty. You cannot tell me this person gave two thoughts about what they were applying for. It's a landscaping job. I imagine what they seen was some person putting flower pots on a porch or something, and maybe seen a riding lawnmower or something like that. They had no idea landscaping also entails, digging, building walls, cutting brush out. Um, you could tell they had no clue about that. And once they got hit with the reality, because you're low man on the pole, guess who's going to be holding that shovel? And don't feel bad. I mean, we've all done it. I mean, you start at the bottom. Where you think you're going to be doing? You're going to be the labor. You're going to have the one guy that's sitting there telling you what to do, and you're going to be the one that's physically doing everything. That's just the way it is. And then after a few years, you'll be the guy telling someone else that's holding the shovel what to do. That's what all jobs, all jobs. I've even seen them in people like Walmart, these cashiers. come in and then they gonna quit because they're the only cashier that's working. Everyone else called off or whatever. I understand that's frustrating, but that's the company you work for. You can't tell me you didn't know how Walmart was. Everybody under the sun goes to Walmart, and we see where all the registers are closed or whatever the case may be. It's like, well, what did you expect? You're the only cashier. You're going to be busy because a lot of people don't like the self checkouts. So I don't know what you expected on that. You got people that the craziest one I seen. Those light bulbs they change on these big old towers, whether it be a cell tower or whatever the case may be, that blinks and stuff like this. Oh, they pay good money, real good money. I'm talking real good money, like putting you in another tax bracket type money. But I don't think people realize how tall them daggum things are. And I see this one dude, he had applied for the job, got the job, which I would have thought that the first question they would have asked would have been, are you scared of heights? But then again, they probably thought common sense would have told whoever applied for it, where you're going to change. If you're scared of heights, why would you even apply? But common sense didn't help this guy, and he applied, and sure enough, he's scared of heights. He didn't even get 20 foot off the ground. He's froze. They actually had to call a bucket truck to come get him. I mean, what did you expect? I mean, you got to change that little light bulb. Wait, that's why they paying so much money. One, it's dangerous. Two, it's way the hell up there. The only thing keeping you up there in case your foot slips is this daggone little safety harness. You'd be dangling up there like the end of a fishing rod. But we see this stuff all the time. We laugh about it. I admit it. That's a bad thing about this older generation. And you can usually tell within 5 minutes of seeing somebody come onto the work floor. All right, my job is dirty. It gets hot in the summer and it is cold in the winter. Okay. And there you don't have no ACs and no heaters, nothing like that, because it's a company. They're trying to cut costs wherever they can. That's all they care about is money. And you see that usually it's temps, and it's usually, young people just getting out of high school, or they've just graduated out of a trade school, college, or whatever the case may be, and it's like their first job. They're just trying to get to work while they're waiting on whatever they're waiting on. And they walk in and they look at the machines, and then you can see them already like messing with their shirt, like, dang, it's hot in here. You can hear them saying that in their head. They're looking around at all the dust and stuff everywhere. They're looking at us with our uniforms, and we're covered head to toe in this white powder, which is lubrication in the machines. And, it just blows my mind. Like, they usually don't even last a week. Most of them don't even last a couple of days. They quit. And the whole time they were there, all they did was complain. It's too dirty. It's too dusty. Cough, cough, cough. I can't deal with all this dust. I can't breathe. Cough, cough, cough. Or it's too hot. It's too hot. It's like, dude, that's typical. Especially down here in the South. I'm in South Carolina. Not only does it get hot, the humidity goes through the roof. And look, you walk out in the mornings and your whole uniform sticks to you. I mean, that's normal. So if you grew up down here, you should already realize that. Um, oh, these people though, let me do say this. If you're going to quit a job, there is a right way and a wrong way to quit. Okay. Now, I'm not saying it's 100% of the time, because some of these companies, they're so used to it, they just don't care no more. But some companies, uh, they do care, and they talk to other companies. I'm talking about work reference. If you're going to quit a job, finish your shift. Whether you like it or not, finish your shift. Don't screw everybody else that's working. If you're a delivery driver like Amazon, don't leave the damn truck in the middle of nowhere. Just get out and leave the damn thing. And I've seen people in the videos doing that. Not only are you screwing Amazon over, who has to get somebody over there to get the damn truck, but every package, 300 to 400, I think one of them had like 500. Those packages ain't going to make it. People are depending on getting their packages. That was your job. You know, all people can wait. Not all packages can wait. That's why they paid the extra money to get it delivered as fast as they did. Just have a little consideration. I mean, it's fine. You're going to quit the job for whatever reason you want to quit it, quit it. That's fine. Just do it the right way. You know, I don't believe in the 2 week notice. And I'll hit on that just real quick. Like, you see, to me, just finish your shift. Don't leave company equipment in the middle of nowhere. You know, at least take it back and quit. But as far as this 2 week notice, look, do they give you a 2 week notice when they fire you? No, no, they don't. So I don't believe in the 2 week notice. I could be wrong, but to me, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what? You're going to give me 2 weeks notice, you're going to fire me. I guess you'll make a case you can get 2 weeks notice for someone quits, but that ain't what happens. So look, you gonna quit, quit, you know. But in any case, yeah, this was just a quick old rambling. I seen a couple of videos, thought it was funny. Just wanted to put it on out there. But this is Old Gamer Jack. Y'all have a good one. Like and subscribe, y'all.